Hi, BookTube. Welcome back to the History Shelf.
We tried to stay away.
We tried, but we are wrapping up finally. I think it's been since October since our last Marple a month wrap up.
Yeah, we've gone through Halloween,
Yeah,
Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving,
Christmas,
New Year's,
New Year's.
and New
Now it's
Year's.
the feast, past the Feast of the Epiphanies.
Today is Epiphany.
Well, that's a saving grace.
So,
No pun intended.
yes, it's been a rough winter, huh?
Yes, we
We've
get
got,
sick every winter. We've
yeah.
gotten sick every winter since COVID, and every winter we say, "Gosh, we really should get those vaccinations," and "Gosh, we really should mask up." And do we?
Well, I went to the post office yesterday and I did wear my mask because I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm still kind of coughing. I don't want people to think I'm inconsiderate.
yeah.
Also, I don't think I can get sick again right now because I'm still.
Oh, you can get sick for something else.
Oh God, no,
Of course you can.
no. But
Anyway,
anyway,
so the problem is that the fading memory that was at Bertram's is now an even more fading memory. So this should be glorious.
it's gonna be a brief wrap up, guys. And we've said, or I've said before in other videos, that this was our least favorite.
No, moving fingers still my least
Really,
favorite.
I thought Moving Finger was a lot better than at Bertram's, but
Yeah,
okay. But we want to be faithful and do our due diligence. We're gonna wrap up every Miss Marple mystery.
yeah.
Um,
Even though I've moved on to Poirot,
Big time
I am definitely cheating on Miss Marple at this point.
with
With Hugh Fraser,
yeah.
actually, very specifically with Hugh Fraser, who
Hmm.
played Captain Hastings in the Suchet series, and
Yes.
does a remarkable job of narrating a large number of the Poirot stories that are free on YouTube, and they are wonderful. I'm seriously thinking about joining a Hugh Fraser fan club. He's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Martine is like ready to go with we're gonna have a separate video, just
Yeah, I've already
FYI.
told Peggy I think we're going to prefer Poirot, and that's something I kind of
Oh no.
would have said was
Yeah.
a betrayal, you know.
Yeah. Well, we do love Miss Marple.
I,
Don't get me wrong.
yeah,
But I think I'm looking forward to just diving into a whole different character, whole different
he's got a
personality,
set of characters around him as well,
a different set of
and
characters. Yeah.
it's a larger number of stories too.
Yes. Yes. So
Bertram's.
Bertram's. Where should we begin with this? We'll set it up just real quick. So I feel like I'm missing something I wanted to say about this. That yes, sorry for the long wait. And we still do have two more marples
We
to
do.
finish up. Now,
We have the actual final story, which is
Nemesis.
no, Nemesis is the next one. That should have been the last one. That Nemesis is the equivalent of Curtain for Poirot.
What's the other last one you mentioned?
Sleeping Death.
So which one should we read next?
Whatever came out in order.
Okay, so I'll check into that, but I have Nemesis ready to go.
Nemesis is a great story
Okay.
because it's the return of Raphael,
Okay.
who wasn't an arch nemesis. It never became that. They had these glimpses of being allies and kind of, I hate to use the phrase frenemies, but frenemies. No, let me scratch that entirely. That does a disservice to the nature of the two characters and
Yeah.
their relationship. But they met in a Caribbean murder.
Oh, Caribbean Murder. I did like that one, and I liked that. I like their
I love
back
their
and forth.
rapport.
Yeah,
And
those were good.
unfortunately, in the adaptations, you don't get to see Donald Pleasance again
Hmm.
because the actor who plays Raphael in Nemesis had already been cast, and so you don't get to see a repeat performance. But it's a great story. It
Hmm.
should have been her last one, but I have a feeling that Sleeping Death is actually her last one. But this is really the 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 weightier story,
The way to your story, right? So,
unlike Bertram's.
like Bertram's.
Yeah.
Okay, so should I give the whole plot overview? Basically,
She goes to a
a
hotel.
holiday.
She's given, I think Raymond, her nephew,
Hmm.
gifts her a stay at Bertram's, which is a hotel in London that she had stayed at as a child. And she's kind of charmed and disquieted by the fact that nothing has changed.
Right.
And this is the overall theme of
It is.
in many of Marple's stories as we read them. It's about change, it's about time, it's about age, and what you do with the passage of time and how you choose to react to it.
Yes.
And so that, I mean, that's as heavy as I can get with Bertram's, really. What she
Okay.
finds is that really that it's all artifice, that it's basically a facade to make people feel comfortable, make people feel at home, but that really actually that it's running a crime front. And so
Mm.
a lot of this story, just to skip through all of
Yeah,
the
because there's.
details, is because there's this nefarious gang, this crime gang, this group of robbers who are stealing from trains and various jewel heists and everything, and that one of her, if not friends, then an acquaintance from back in the day, who seems to be defying age and be very glamorous in at least one of the adaptations, is part of this crime ring. And
Best Sedgwick.
yeah, and so that the front desk and everything have a vested interest in making things appear a certain way so as to not rouse suspicion. And all of this is thrown on its ear by Canon Pettyfather,
Canon Pennyfather,
who is a very
Dottie.
lovely but somewhat senile member of the
Is Dottie the more
Dottie. Yeah,
Dottie the more kind phrase for senile?
she's a little daffy.
Daffy. So
But he's a cleric, and he shows up. He thinks he's going to this church
conference.
conference. Thank you. And he shows up at the train station on the wrong day, and so he goes back to his hotel room, and somebody hits him because he's not supposed to be there. And then later, Marple sees a doppelganger and realizes that it's not Pennyfather after a while, and that it's this younger stand-in who is actually a member of the crime ring, and that kind of twigs her to the fact that things aren't on the up and up. Here's my thing about the whole thing is that it's all wrapped and wrapped and wrapped. It's like giving somebody a really nice little pebble for Christmas,
Yeah.
and then just wrapping it in bubble wrap and bubble wrap and bubble wrap and a lot of duct tape and more wrapping paper and presenting it in a big box, and then you get to the crux of it all and you're like, the rest of it is just red herrings and
Yes.
false leads.
False leads. I'm laughing in advance because I'm remembering the ending of one of the adaptations.
You laughed at
that.
that.
I died hysterically. We'll get to
You
that.
weren't supposed to. Well, she
I
died
didn't.
hysterically too. Is the problem? That's the problem.
What's that? Which adaptation was that?
That was the one. That was the one with
Was that the
Hickson.
But who played her?
We didn't know who played
She
Bess.
looked like Vanessa Redgrave at the end when she was.
Kind of. She had the poofed up hair,
Oh
like the
my
perm.
God, it was fantastic
Anyway,
ending.
she
It was
died glamorously.
so cheesy. Basically, yeah, the killer turns out we're made to believe in the lead up to the final denouement, right? That Bess Sedgwick, in fact, had killed her former lover, Foreman,
Yeah,
the hotel commissionaire,
and the
and
father of her child.
father of her child. That's Elvira,
Yeah,
right? And she decides to make a run for it,
yeah.
famously, and she speeds away recklessly and crashes and dies. But the ending on one of these, I think it was the Hickson.
Yeah.
Thank you. I loved it because it was so cheese. She's like, "Oh, I'm dying!" Oh, she's laughing, the wind in her hair,
And
and I
then
was like,
splat,
and it was
upside
so
down,
over the
and
top, but I laughed.
but she still looked fabulous.
She
You
did
know,
look fabulous.
whatever.
Live fabulous, die fabulous.
I
Yeah. So what there's one like thing in here that I made a couple of notes. I love a couple of things about Miss Marple in this, and that she is very attuned, like you said, to. She feels it's utterly. She sees people around her wanting to relive the old days,
Yes.
like her friend Selena Hazy, Lady Selena Hazy.
It's a great name.
Yep. But Miss Marple, even though she is ancient, she's she's just like, I underlined it here. Um, He says on page 181, one can never go back, and that one should not ever try to go back. That is
Yeah.
the essence of life,
Yeah.
is going forward.
Yeah.
And then
That's
don't I say that? In fact, I have a plaque on the
don't
wall that
look
says,
back.
don't look back.
Yeah.
You're not going that way.
Yeah.
Don't get caught in the past. That is over and done.
Yeah.
There's only forward.
Yep.
So look forward, people. That's all you can do. And that's what
And
Miss
occasionally
Marple,
look down, or else you'll trip.
or else you'll trip. Oh, that's a Ani DeFranco line.
Is it?
Yes, from 32 Flavors.
Oh, cool. I want ice cream now.
Because if you're always looking down, you'll miss something up, and then if you're looking up, then you'll trip. So
Good old
it's
Ani.
about finding the middle, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
She is also she is oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Anyway, so I thought she had some good insights as far as memory
She did, but she's
and
had these
past.
insights before.
Yeah, so it's not like we haven't heard it before.
This is my thing. I'm going to be pretty brutal in this one because it's like I could massage this and polish the turd, but it's still just a brightly polished turd. And you know, I feel like if you had given Marple a story like Murder is Easy or some of the other ones, I just finished Murder is Easy, by the way, loved it. That's a substantial story. This is not a substantial story. And again, I come back to we have this fondness for this character because she
Yeah.
is so endearing and so easy to like. But Christie repeats herself ad nauseum
Yeah.
with some of these themes. So
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is. I, for whatever reason, had a really fond memory of Bertram's, and I was like, "Oh, it's a great story. It's a great." And then I started reading it. There's not a lot of there. There isn't.
There's not even a lot of murder there.
No, there isn't.
It's more jewel heist and robbery caper. And I just don't think that's Agatha Christie's game, her bag.
No, no, not really.
It seemed overly convoluted. Like, why are we introducing these
Incredibly.
Polish car racer guy? You know,
Who's like, oh, I thought the number was
Ladislaus.
5527,
I
and
don't know.
I don't care. I don't really care.
Yeah,
And then the
Guido.
adaptations are what?
That was Elvira's boyfriend in Italy, Guido. I'm like, why are all these people in this book?
Well, anyway, it's all a lot of nonsense. It's confectionery, is what I would say. And so then the adaptations are even worse, because you've got all these famous people's
Yeah.
breaking into song in the lobby of, and then you've got these eccentrics showing up with hats and everything.
And they changed so much of them too.
They had to because there
It
was no
wasn't even the same story.
but it wasn't a question of them changing it for the better. It was just changing it
To change it.
to change it. And so at Bertram's,
Sorry.
yeah,
Out of all of the one we've read, this is not my. I still think the Moving Finger was better.
really.
Yes.
Okay, well,
Yes, I do.
it had a little more life in it, I guess.
Well, it did.
What did I tell you yesterday? The moving finger was a quote from. Oh, it was a quote
Poe?
from
Poe.
Poe.
Poe. Gotta get around Poe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I think what I'll do with this video, is I'm gonna make it a wrap up slash announcement.
Oh, you better find what book is next. I think it's Nemesis.
It is Nemesis. So
Can I point out this T-shirt?
yes, I should have worn mine. Well, then we'd be matching, and that would look really silly.
I got this from Redbubble. I've got another one that says Agatha Christie Fan Club or Book Club, and I'll wear that in the next video.
And underneath the bus, it says
Oh
attractive.
yes,
Do you want me to pan down or
sure you can.
attractive countryside, polite conversation, some grisly murders, and knitting. And she got me one too.
Yeah.
And we talked about maybe wearing that together.
Well, no, we did. We said don't wear it together
Because we don't want to be those.
be those people. But Redbubble, I don't know who designed it, but they're fantastic and
Yes.
very comfortable.
All right. Let me just look up. I want to make sure which book is next. So just a quick pause. Okay, we're back. Okay, we did confirm that Nemesis is our next book. Now, it is January 6th. I'm going to try to get this posted as soon as we're done here. So January 6th. Now, Nemesis it's a beefier book. I'm liking that we're going into a beefier book. It's almost 300 pages, So I'll read to you the book jacket description. This is my William Morrow edition. Okay, here we go. In utter disbelief, Miss Marple reads the letter
Yeah.
addressed to her from the recently deceased Mr. Raphael, an acquaintance she had met briefly while traveling. That was a Caribbean mystery. A, yeah,
Yeah,
a
you got
Caribbean
it right.
mystery.
You got it right.
Had left instructions for her to investigate a crime after his death. The only problem is he'd failed to tell her. I still have a little cough. He failed to tell her who was involved or where and when the crime had been committed.
Yeah.
Soon she is faced with a new crime, the ultimate crime, murder. How do you say it in Scottish?
Murder. You
Murder.
don't say it like that. We've
Murder.
been watching Shetland on BritBox.
A new season.
A new season
With Agatha Raisin. Sorry, I love her.
with Ashley Jensen
Wow.
from Ugly Betty and Agatha Raisin. We love her. She looks a lot like my mom.
Oh,
I just think she looks like my mom at that age. And
yeah, I like her.
she's wonderful. She's wonderful. And so they've moved away from the Jimmy Perez character
Yeah.
in the original from who did it? Anne Cleves? No,
And Cleves.
Anne Cleves. And so they're strictly off the adaptation.
They're writing their own
They're
scripts.
writing their own
New
scripts now,
mysteries.
but you've got the same supporting cast and you've got the beautiful scenery
Wow, it's so beautiful.
and all the dead sheep and shades of Wicker Man and everything else.
Yes.
But
I love
Ashley
Shetland.
Jensen is in it and her beautiful accent.
Oh yeah, and when she's like murder.
Or the thing that we always giggle about is whenever there's a shooting. It's not a shooting. It sounds like somebody had an accident in their pants.
Scottish
There's a
versus
shitting.
shooting. Like it's that
There's
shitting.
another shitting,
Shitting.
and
A lot of
and
shitting going
there's a
on in
lot of shitting.
Shetland.
But we knew that, and that comes
Shootling.
down to the seagulls and the sheep. There's a lot of shitting, and so but definitely, if you're looking to take another look at Shetland, I would definitely
Yeah,
recommend it.
Ashley Jensen
We're a
is the
couple of
best.
episodes behind because we've been so sick.
Yes, but now I would like to watch it feeling better. So now we have something to watch this
And
evening.
good old Tosh with her faces, and I make a lot of the same faces, like
Okay, so sorry for
not
that.
buying it.
We got
Shitting and murder.
murder. Okay, so Miss Marple gets the letter from Mr. Raphael. Now she's faced with a new crime, the ultimate crime, murder.
Murder.
Murder. It seems someone is adamant that past evils remain buried. Now, this is a very light synopsis, doesn't give a lot of detail, but we don't need a lot of detail.
Yeah.
Because from what I've heard and from a lot of different folks, I know Bill Rutenberg, our friend Bill,
Hey,
he's
Bill.
already, and he's reading Poirot too. He loves Poirot. He's very excited that we're going to be doing
Bill, we got to
Poirot.
talk about Murder on the Links because that book almost killed me, I have to say. But anyway,
I think Bill's already read Nemesis. I know he has. So we're just finishing up our Marple a Month series, which started over a year ago.
yeah.
Can you believe that?
We've only aged 12 years.
Or maybe a year ago. Yeah, we've only just. Uh, yeah. And Martine's not 100% either, but we're getting there. We're getting there. At least I got my voice back
My ear's still sore.
from me talking all the time.
No. She hasn't
When I
been able
lost
to talk. It's been awesome.
yeah, she's like, "This is great. Don't talk." Every time I would try to say something, she's like, "Don't speak." And
I know, it's great. It's a perfect excuse. And then the other day, Peggy said to me, I kind of want you to do a video for me. And I said, well, that would be the most awful video ever. It'd be me going, and this is a book, and here's another book.
no,
Anyway,
you'd read
we
the
are
back.
back. We're getting
We're
back.
back.
But we missed people next door. They just had their Christmas holiday.
Ruined.
I mean, but they just had their Christmas meal because everybody was sick, and
Yeah,
so
yeah. They didn't even celebrate Christmas Day until like a week later.
yeah,
The whole household was sick.
yep,
People across the street were sick.
yep,
Everyone I've talked to has
yep.
caught whatever crud has been going
We need
around.
to stop talking to people is the thing.
Well, no, I'm a social creature. I need it. She's not. We're kind of like the odd couple,
Yeah,
but it works. Don't ask me how. It works.
murder and shitting.
Murder and shit. We have a very similar sense of humor,
We do.
and that's
Okay.
why. Okay, so here's what I wanted to say. So we're gonna do Nemesis.
Yeah.
We're gonna read it through. If you have a copy now, hey, feel free. We're gonna start this month. We're gonna be doing it this month.
Yeah.
January has 31 days, right? or
Sure.
30. Either way, we're going to probably give ourselves a couple of extra weeks on this. So we're going to read this through Valentine's Day,
Yeah, why
right?
not?
Okay.
Celebrate Valentine's with a good old
Just
cuddling.
just because I wasn't able to get an announcement video up,
Yeah.
and I'm just now feeling better, and and I still have other work reading assignments that I got to get through. But so we'll take Nemesis through January. So this is going to be our wrap up of Bertram's, our announcement of Nemesis for January.
And then the next one will be Sleeping Murder.
That'll be Sleeping Murder. Is that a long book? Do you
No,
know?
no, it's not. And then the next one will be Poirot and whatever we're calling that.
Well, the hang up. So
Mhm.
we're gonna I'll make a separate video, and hopefully you'll be joining me for that one. You need to because you're a co-host. She's a co-host. We're gonna finalize the name of that new series.
The overall series is they do it with murder.
Because I of that one screw up. I kept calling they do it with mirrors, they do it with murder.
Yeah.
And it stuck. And a lot of you out there enjoyed that title. So we might just call it a walkthrough of all the Poirot. I got to find a very brief way of phrasing it. So we'll have a nifty little title. But basically,
21 minutes in, we'll have to find a really nifty way.
well, I mean, when I do the announcement video for that, I'm looking at April. So just to put it on your radar that we're going to start easing into the grand.
It'll be The Mysterious Affair at Styles, which is a great story. And, we're going to also have to figure out how to parse out the short stories and stuff like that. So it's
Maybe we save those for the end. And I know we haven't done the Marple short
you-
stories. Let's just try to get into Poirot. I
No,
think
we did. We did the Marple short stories at the very beginning. At the very beginning. I read them, you didn't.
Oh, you mean that book over there with all the new
Oh, the
writers?
compilation.
The
Oh, for
compilation.
God's sakes, honey. I forgot about those completely.
That's what I'm
That
talking
throws
about.
everything off.
Okay, listen. We're gonna start Poirot probably in the spring,
Yeah.
late spring. Okay, we might throw in maybe a book review of the compilation of Marple stories by new authors.
Yeah.
Okay, where everyone takes a
Totally forgot about
takes
it.
a
I'm so
crack
sorry.
at it.
I'm so sorry.
Do you want to grab that book real
No.
quick? Okay. She doesn't.
No.
It's over there. But anyway, just stay with us because we're gonna have new videos coming. We'll have a wrap up of Nemesis. What? She's laughing.
Bleeding subscribers as we speak.
Why subscribers? Oh, because we're late. Well,
No, because we're screwing up.
I didn't screw up.
I screwed up.
She screwed up because I know we
Hey,
have
look,
that-
I think I should abdicate my responsibilities as co-host and
that would never happen.
things.
She loves these books so much.
I do.
So I think what we'll do is we'll read Nemesis through Valentine's Day, and then maybe over those 2 weeks we can just before March, we could squeeze in Sleeping Murder and or look at the compilation of short stories.
Well, we got to do all of them. Is how I feel.
We're gonna do all of them. I hope you stay with us as we do all of them, and we'll be doing Hercule Poirot in April or May. Okay, guys, and it'll be a brand new series, and we'll shoot for a book a month. Give or take, as life happens, and then we'll go from there, and it'll be grand fun.
The thing about Poirot is because there are short stories. I think Poirot Investigates is a collection. So you could even, if time is an issue, you could say first half of this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like first 3 short stories and then break it out. That's the thought I had about him.
Okay, all right.
And we'll be 72 by the time we finish Poirot. And that'll be great.
And then we can die happy.
Yeah, we'll have dyed mustaches just like him.
And fastidious eating habits.
Yeah.
A love of food, which I
Oh,
have.
yeah. So I'm listening to Mrs. McGinty's Dead, and I was chatting with Peggy yesterday evening as it was starting, and Poirot's talking about his love of food and why there's only 3 meals in the day. And it doesn't have to be. I'm
goes-
like, this is you.
She goes, I thought of you just now. And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. And then she tells me why. And I'm like, I don't know if that's a compliment or an because my
He's
love of
talking,
food.
he's talking about how Poirot, the older he gets, the more he like loves food and really looks forward to food.
That's true. It's true.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow, little known things about Peg.
yeah.
And okay, so I think anyway, guys, yes.
Bertram, not so much. I gotta say, Bertram's not so much. That was a disappointment.
But we're looking forward to Nemesis. So
Nemesis is
let's get
a great
started on this
story.
now, guys. In fact, yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. Again, apologies for the 3-month delay on this. But we're going to hop back into Miss Marple. And we're going to hope that Nemesis is going to knock it out of the park.
We'll see her out in style,
We will.
and then
We'll shovel a little dirt in there when it's time.
oh,
Well,
no,
that's kind of
no,
what
no.
happens. But no, she lives on through literature, through
She
fiction.
doesn't die in the series.
That's fantastic.
And there's going to be a new series, at least in negotiation.
Mm.
Maybe a younger Marple.
Oh, I would love it, like a prequel of sorts.
Yeah, her and Dolly Bantry.
Oh, that would be badass. That'd be
Anyway,
badass. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for joining us here at the History Shelf, or as we might call these moving forward for these segments, the Mystery Shelf, which I'm pretty sure someone already probably already has a channel with that name, but it would just be a title of our segment, have a little banner across the top there that says Mystery Shelf,
yeah.
because we like mysteries as well as history here. Okay, there you have it. Happy New Year,
Yes, Happy New Year.
and hope you're staying healthy out there.
Please mask up. Please bundle up. Please don't talk to people.
No, talk to people.
Don't talk to people. They get you sick. No.
Just wash your hands.
Just
Don't
be
touch your
antisocial
face.
and stick to books.
I would give the opposite, but that's us. We're yin and yang over here.
Take care, guys.
Bye.